High school is supposed to be the best time of your life, right? But for Bartleby Gaines, it's been a mixed bag. Sure, he's popular, but not for the reasons you'd expect. Bartleby is the guy who makes fake IDs. Need a new identity? He's your man. But when it comes to his future, Bartleby is about to face the ultimate rejection. Bartleby Gaines is a senior at William McKinley High School in Ohio. He's smart, resourceful, and has a knack for getting people what they need, even if it's not exactly legal. His best friends, Daryl and Sherman, are along for the ride. Daryl, a former football star, is now on crutches after a career-ending injury. Sherman, on the other hand, is the golden boy. He's been accepted into Harmon College, a prestigious school that's been a family tradition for generations. But for Bartleby, the future isn't looking so bright. He's applied to 7 colleges and been rejected by all of them. Even Ohio State University, his last hope, has turned him down. His parents are devastated, and Bartleby is officially the black sheep of the family. Desperate times call for desperate measures. If Bartleby can make fake IDs, why not a fake college? With the help of Sherman, who's a tech whiz, they create the South Harmon Institute of Technology, or SHID for short. They build a website complete with a fake acceptance letter generator. But there's one problem: the website is a little too good. It starts accepting applications and sending out acceptance letters automatically. Bartleby's parents are over the moon. They hand him a check for $10,000 for tuition and insist on dropping him off at his new college. Now, Bartleby has to create an entire campus out of thin air. Enter Rory, a brilliant but disillusioned student who only applied to Yale and didn't get in. She knows the perfect place to turn into a college, an abandoned psychiatric hospital. With a little elbow grease and a lot of creativity, the group transforms the crumbling building into the South Harmon Institute of Technology. They clean up the dorms, create a makeshift lounge, and even hire a fake dean, a disgraced former professor named Ben. Bartleby's parents are impressed, sort of. The place is a little rough around the edges, but they buy the story. Little do they know, their son is about to become the ringleader of the most unconventional college in history. Thanks to the website, South Harmon is now home to dozens of students, all of whom have been rejected by traditional colleges. Bartleby tries to tell them the truth, but when he sees their hopeful faces, he can't bring himself to do it. Instead, he decides to make South Harmon a place where students can learn what they want, how they want. The curriculum is unconventional, to say the least. But for these students, it's a chance to pursue their passions without the pressure of grades or expectations. Word about South Harmon spreads like wildfire. The students throw a legendary party that even attracts kids from Harmon College, including Monica, Bartleby's longtime crush. Monica is impressed by Bartleby's creativity and starts to see him in a new light. But not everyone is a fan of South Harmon. Ambrose, the head of Harmon's Student Outreach Committee, is determined to shut South Harmon down. He sees it as a threat to Harmon's reputation and his own ego. Ambrose uncovers the truth about South Harmon and wastes no time exposing it. He invites all the parents to the campus and calls the police. South Harmon is shut down. It seems like the end of the road for Bartleby and his dream. But Bartleby isn't ready to give up. With Sherman's help, he appeals to the State Accreditation Board. In a heartfelt speech, Bartleby argues that South Harmon gave students something traditional colleges couldn't: the freedom to learn what they love. The judges are moved by his passion and grant South Harmon a 1-year probationary period to prove itself. South Harmon lives to see another day, and Bartleby Gaines becomes a legend. In the end, he proves that sometimes the best education comes from thinking outside the box. South Harmon Institute of Technology may have started as a lie, but it became something real, a place where misfits, dreamers, and outcasts could find their place in the world. And for Bartleby Gaines, it was the beginning of a future he never could have imagined. Sometimes, the best way to succeed is to create your own path. And sometimes, that path leads to a place called South Harmon.